good intro, actually. Well, we can leave that in there, actually. Welcome to the Ellerium Games podcast. That was the solid tones?
What?
Is that the right word?
The dulcet tones.
Dulcet tones of Breck. They're bringing you a beautiful intro and reminding you that we're just two idiots behind a microphone.
We pretty much are two idiots behind a microphone. I'm Breck. Hi.
And I'm Jason, and today's Saturday. It's the 27th of October, just for reference. The reason I say this is because it's bloody snowing again.
It is snowing outside. I was surprised with the
October and
snow.
it's snowing, but then that is Scotland for you, so what can you do?
Although it doesn't usually snow in October.
I mean, it could snow in January, it could snow in October, it could snow in bloody July if it wanted to. It's Scotland.
It's a bit early.
It is a bit early than expected, so that was a bit of an upset to the
And
day.
hefty snow.
Yeah, not even like a little spring, like coming down, like trying to hit you, knock you out. You know? Yeah, it wasn't pleasant, so... But we made it, we're here, we're recording, and I'm surprised we're recording because we're so tired.
Very tired.
Last week was...
Charity board games!
24 hours.
Yeah, we've done a 24-hour charity board game event to raise money for Mikeysline, which is a local Inverness charity. And we basically dressed up like idiots, or I did anyway.
Yeah, you did. Well, what we'll do is we'll put a link to the picture in the description below for you to check out Breck's beautiful outfit.
And we sat and played board games for 24 hours.
Played a lot of board games for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Wow. We did. But we're quite busy, actually. We had a lot more people stay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't raise as much as we did last year. I think we've breached the 700 mark, £700, whereas last year...
Which is...
it's still, don't get me wrong,
nice
still brilliant.
Amount.
But last year I think we made 1,000, so we're still doing well, which is good. We're still hitting that high numbers. We had last year, I think by the time we got to the morning, we only had like 10 people left, but this time we had like good 20, 25 people left.
Yeah.
Everyone stuck right, even though they were at some points just staring at the walls, hoping life would end. You know what I mean? Because they were knackered.
And
power napping.
A lot of people that we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, a lot of people who could make it in previous years made it. We had the Tyndall Suite, which is a little room which we're actually currently recording in, was set up for... There was a couple of guys in here playing various miniature games throughout the night. And then the main floor we had... You name it, it was on the go.
Oh, we had lots of board games, obviously. We had Cosmic Encounter.
My favourite game.
Game.
I was thinking about that this morning, actually. We need to not do that once a year. We need to get that like once a month. Just to really... Because like... I gotta say, I don't think I was best pleased because we threw the Filch card in just for a laugh. You dealt the cards out. Cammy ruined it for everybody. So you redealt the cards, and I actually, out of the pile of what there must be about 200 cards, I got the Filch card in hand, and I was so excited. And then I showed it to Iona because she caught me trying to pay up Filch, and she's like, "That's bullshit." And I'm like, "Okay." So I put it back away, and I was like, "Okay." So I'd already won by the Filch method, so I thought I'd try one another method. Unfortunately, I didn't win this time.
No, Karen and Eric won.
But you didn't win, so that's all matters to me. I came second. I'm happy with that. Eric,
I think that's your goal when we play Cosmic. Make sure I don't win. If I don't win, you win.
And you powered off pretty quick as well in the early doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were up about three planets within...
I usually do.
Yeah.
I usually get a lot of points really quickly, and then you manage to rouse everybody up to stop me.
To stop everyone.
Yeah.
Like, it was great because I was right behind and then I came second, which was good. So it was good. Enjoyed that one. We also had the classic Captain Sonar fight again.
Captain Sonar.
Because I should captain a real, basically, submarine because I'm so good.
You should go and live in a submarine.
Yeah, because we got you good again. And your crew were top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Less said about that, the better.
Yeah, so what else? You guys played Battlestar Galactica in the end, which was probably not the wisest of games to play near the end of the night.
Well, actually, I would say that it was because it lasted a while, and at that time of the morning we were all tired, bit irritable. The paranoia was raised, and it just made it an interesting experience. But it helped take us into the morning.
It did. Took us into early hours. It was. I got the joys of playing Deadpool versus the World.
Yeah. Now I haven't seen that before. So what is that like?
To me, it's cards against humanity skinned, but in the sense that someone plays a picture. So there's a pile of picture decks. You flip it over and it's got a little drawing of Deadpool doing something in some sort of situation. Then you've got a handful of cards that say something something blank something 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 or blank something something, and there's a box, and you get to put what you want in the box. Now, the game was going alright until Mr. Tyndall decided to result into everything being Jason's wife, blah, 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 Jason's wife, blah, blah, blah. So everything was just basically Jason's wife. So, yeah. So it got quite amusing. So it got to the point where everyone was just seeing who could get the best Jason's wife joke in. So,
okay.
So I sat there enjoying my time.
Like a Yo Mama.
Yeah, basically a Yo Mama thing, but it was Jason's wife, so yeah. And what else? I did actually play Temp Work Assassin with...
Oh yeah, we've played that before.
With 2 other players who, yeah...
Kind of like Munchkin.
No.
Sorry, that was just a running joke from the...
No, it's a worker placement deck builder, but the problem I had was the people I was playing it with were very AP, or as people might not know, analysis paralysis, and I had
very slow on their turn.
Slow wasn't the term. I had to literally play my turn in 30 seconds and go, right, call me when you're done, and I could go and do other things, so that was really annoying, but that was good. I came second in that as well. That was a theme. Apart from Sonar, I was second in most things. What else?
We played a couple of the Oink games, the small box Oink games,
the submarine one.
Yeah, Deep Sea Adventure, and which we'd played before, which is a fun little push your luck game. And we also played Fake Artist Goes to New York.
Yes, I need to try that submarine one because apparently that's quite a good game actually.
Yeah, it's nice, and it has a nice aesthetic. You know, it's like your little diver meeples going down. Collecting treasure, which look like little buttons, but it's devious. It's brutal.
Now, there's one I heard someone talk about. Game is this the one where you dive down and as soon as you grab treasure, you've got limited air and you got to get back up top?
Yeah,
and it's who's going to be the greediest kind of thing.
Yeah, and if you don't get back before your air runs out, all your treasure is dropped. If you manage to get back, you obviously get your treasure. But every piece of treasure that you collect slows you down on your return journey and takes up more air. So like you think, there's plenty of air, I'm just going, I collect all these treasures, but like you're like one away and suddenly you're like, oh, I better go back because if I don't, I'm going to drop all this treasure. Yeah, and it's absolutely brutal.
Nice. I need to play it then. If it's brutal, I'm in. Yeah,
but it's lovely. It's a lovely weekend.
That's good. There's that classic M. I have a lot of people don't realise, but I filter a lot of these M's out because they're just a pain in the neck.
I'm trying hard not to M.
I know. I'm so tired that I can't not M at the moment. We played. What else did we play?
Played Lords of Waterdeep with the expansion, the Scoundrels of Skullport.
Yeah, Skullduggery.
Which is a lot of fun with the expansion, with the little skulls. What do you call them?
Skullduggery, is it not? Skullduggery you're talking?
Corruption.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no, Skullduggery is a type of card, isn't it? One of the quests. Okay.
The corruption tokens work in that the more corruption gets taken off the board,
the more there were. The more negative points there were.
Yeah. So it can get quite scary. You don't want to end up with a lot of them at the end.
I mean, having 1 or 2 is still quite nice, but the problem is if you have 1 or 2 and everybody else takes the rest, they're still worth negative. I think it's 8's the highest it goes to.
9.
So
minus 9.
It could be a lot of points you lose out on, basically, which is a bit of a risk. What I did notice on the 24th thing is behind you, there was a group playing, I want to call it Magic Maze, is it? Or Mystic Maze?
Yes.
That game sounds, my favorite, effing garbage.
I have played this game and I did not like it.
It looks horrendous. All I heard was... And it was just like, shut up! Like, I'm trying to concentrate, because I was trying to play Terraforming Mars at the time, and I was like, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I like that game, and I was trying to focus, and they're just tap, 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 I'm like, and they're looking at each other like they're going to kill each other, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I just, like, from looking at it, hearing about it, checking reviews, this is not a game for me in any way, shape, or form.
It's not my kind of game.
I reckon I'd embed that meeple in someone's forehead, like, I just would, horrid.
I mean, as you know, I like games that are heavy Euro type games are the ones I enjoy playing the most. Yeah. But games like that where you have to sort of be quiet and point at things and try to get people's attention and.
See, I'd slap too many people. I'd be like, attention, you know what I mean? So yeah, no, that sounded horrid. I hated that game. There was a group that came in. They just played all off the library games, off our in-store library, which is really cool.
Yeah, I taught them Blood Rage.
Yep, and they also played. They played something else. Did not play Fallout? Something? No, was it Fallout? Maybe, I don't know.
No, I don't think they played. I think somebody else might have played Fallout, but they didn't.
They were playing different games, so it was cool. Yeah, but the night went really well. We did did an auction as well. Not an auction, a raffle. Yeah. Which raised a good bit of money. It was like 200, just shy of £200. We raised 140 possibly. We gave away some cool prizes. There was games donated by yourself, pops donated by one of the customers. We had lots of local businesses donate, which is really nice. The store gave away a couple of bits and pieces, which was cool. So it was nice.
Yeah, there was some nice prizes there.
We had a good time. We will more than likely do it again. People keep asking us to do it more frequently.
Like the 24-hour.
Yeah. I don't think what I would probably do the next time if they wanted is like just after Christmas do like a late night session so people can call it like 2, 3 in the morning, the ones that can go home and stuff, because personally once you hit 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, it's
a slog.
Just like,
it gets tough.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's like an endurance session. You need the stamina.
And like I think part of the problem as well is like if people are locked into a game and then your game finishes and it's trying to get that motivation to start a new game with that. Where if you're locked in a game, it's not so bad because you can power through. Yeah, so
that's why Battlestar was a good one because it lasted a while and we just kept going through.
I mean, last year we tried Twilight Imperium, which
went before last.
It was a year before last, which went really bad. But that's the kind of game
still fresh in your mind.
Again, off the back of this, I think that should be our Christmas. Like we should have a Christmas, like a board game Christmas do, and we'll just play Twilight Imperium. It'd be pretty cool
we're going to have to play it now because we promised somebody that we would play it with them if they lasted the night.
We did. We promised young Kami if he was asking if he could play, and we promised him if you make it through the 24-hour board game, you can play Twilight Imperium. And to his due, he made it, and he didn't fall asleep at all either, which was quite shocked. But then he does say he's a bit of a night owl anyway, so that was good for him. So that was good event. We had fun. I'm sure we'll do something stupid again.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good once a year event.
It's definitely a good once a year. It's Halloween as well, so we can dress up.
Yeah.
Arthur's mum brings us the sweet treats, which give us diabetes, but it's cool.
Yeah, she makes a lot of great cakes,
and you can't but nom.
Also, shout out to Layla because she made some lovely cakes as well.
I took the leftovers.
I know you did.
All the little bonfire cakes because
they were lovely.
It's quite cool. They were little cupcakes with flake bonfires.
Yeah, they were sort of like fairy cakes, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like they were the butter icing and they had jam inside.
Jam in the middle. They were like red and yellow icing, and then it was bits of flake to make like sticks of a bonfire.
Yeah,
and then a wee jelly baby sacrificed. Oh, they were good. I ate all them. Oh, they were so good.
Yeah, they were lovely.
So it was good. Yeah, that was our 24-hour working.
Yeah.
Essen's on at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
Have you read much on it yet?
No, I usually wait until afterwards and have a look, see what's when people have been there, sort of
taking it in, review.
Yeah.
Spent time. I'm a little salty because I actually should be there. I have another job and they offered me on the last Friday if I wanted to go. My passport was out, so I didn't get to go. So I'm sitting here recording instead. Which is sad.
I was thinking about this. Because it's in the EU, couldn't you have just used a driver's license?
It has to be a passport.
Really?
Yeah. You can use driver's license to move domestically.
Right,
but not internationally.
Fair enough.
Which sucks. But no, there's I know that one of my favourite companies at the moment, Awakened Realms, is there. They're showing off Siege Storm, they're showing off Nemesis, Lords of Hellas, and I believe they're showing off their new game. Oh, I forgot the name. It's something Grail. I think it's like the Grail or Quest for the Grail, and it looks pretty cool. So wait and see what comes out of that. There is obviously Play Fusion, where they're demoing Lightseekers and Champions, but I believe they've just started publishing Lightseekers in German or in another language. I'm not too sure. I'll need to look into it. But yeah, so there's a lot going on at Essen. I'm kind of jealous. I would like to go there, but I think that will be for us one year. We will do it, whether it's.
Yeah. We go to the third biggest gaming convention.
UK Game Expo, yeah.
Essen's the second biggest.
And then we do Tabletop Scotland as well. So we've got two local ones, or two domestic ones.
Yeah.
But the two big ones we need to, at some point in our life, is Gen Con and Essen.
I'm not too bothered about Gen Con.
That'd be nice to get a trip, though.
Well,
because we wouldn't just, if we did it, we wouldn't just be going for Gen Con. We'd probably spend a week or two out there and we'd just have a holiday.
It'd be nice just to go and have a holiday.
Yeah, just get away from Inverness, you know. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Inverness is nice for everybody else, but we live here, so it's boring. So, yeah.
My friend Dave has just moved to Canada.
Yes, he has. The old Dave.
Nova Scotia. The old Dave. So we could go and have a holiday there.
We could, Oh, never thought. That's free digs as well.
And while we were there, it's not too much of a jump over to Toronto. Mm-hmm. We could go to Snakes and Lattes Board Game Cafe.
We could do that. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Just got to convince the wife to let me go.
Yeah.
So one of the things I want to talk about today is Christopher, who's been on the podcast before. He got a game from Kickstarter called Find the Pickle, which, as you found,
which you described to me earlier.
I said,
hide the pickle.
Yeah, hide the pickle, and I forgot hide the pickle's a euphemism for hiding the pickle. So yeah, no, he got that game. I haven't had a quick look at it. It's for 3 players minimum. It's like you remember the game Scabby Queens you used to play?
Yeah.
So basically, it's opposite Scabby Queens. You don't want to get rid of the queen. You want to have the queen. Is that
or
right?
the pickle.
The pickle in this sense. So you want to try and be the one with the pickle at the end of the game. But you're drawing cards, discarding cards, looking at players, stealing cards and stuff.
Right. Okay.
But the artwork of the card is very, very bland and very dull. So I wanted to say to you, is there a game that you find looks dull, bland, garbage, but plays amazingly? Because it reminded me of one of my favourite games, Food Chain Magnate. That game looks, at the best, it looks like somebody's just print and played it. It really does.
It does a bit.
But it's a phenomenal game.
Now, I really, really love games that don't look lovely.
Really?
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
I love that sort of perfunctory artwork, or the like Food Chain Magnate looks. I mean, the rule thing comes like
A menu.
or the player aid
Yeah.
book. Everything just looks really functional.
It does.
In that
Don't get me
game.
wrong. The game, when I first looked at the game, I went, "This looks stupid and garbage" because it doesn't look colourful and bright and like thingy. And then I opened the box, like, oh, the components look not bland, but they're like low dull colours. Some of them. But then when you actually get playing, you're like, oh. And
The game's phenomenal. I love the game.
It feeds you a little more every time, and there's so many different play styles in it as well, which is cool. So it gives you the option. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
just don't play with Iona because she will murder you.
Yeah, she's pretty.
She's
mental.
like a corporate psychopath.
She's like a shark, like she's a board game shark. But like, example is like when I first saw Scythe board game cover, and I heard the name Scythe, I thought it was a basic farming game. It looked dull and bland, but again, having played it, I quite enjoyed it.
But the artwork is beautiful.
When I appreciate it now, having looked at it again, yeah.
Scythe has wonderfully beautiful artwork.
Whereas you could look at a game, I'm trying to think of a game out there, like, I don't know, Magic Maze. Colourful, bright, but garbage,
Now,
in my opinion.
I mean, as I've said before, I love a heavy Euro, or I love Euro games.
Okay.
Now, the games of Uwe Rosenberg, like Agricola, Caverna, Le Havre,
Yeah.
games like that, the artwork on
It's like old
those
style.
games, it's not even old style. I really think the artwork's bad.
Yeah.
I don't know who does the artwork. Apologies if you're listening. Unlikely, but still. Yeah, I really don't like the artwork. But at the same time,
Some of your favourite games.
oh yeah, definitely. But there's something about games that don't have like super polished artwork that I really like. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is.
Yeah, no, so I mean, like, there are games out there, I'm going to pause here for a second, I think. No. There are games out there that are garbage, basically.
Of course there are.
Like, they're like...
There are lots of games out there
A lot of
that
people
are
don't
garbage.
like Blood Rage. They don't like... what's the newest one from them? Rising Sun. You know, Simon games. They're like, oh yeah, don't get me... Like, because their production quality on Simon games is probably the top end. And then people are like, oh,
Yeah, I
the
mean,
game's
it's-
rubbish.
yeah.
And I'm like, but that's opinion, I guess. So
Blood Rage is an excellent game, though.
I like Blood Rage. I think
It's got excellent miniatures. The miniatures are designed by the McVeigh studio.
it's cutthroat.
The artwork is phenomenal.
I like it.
It's designed by Eric Lang. It's a brilliant game.
But there's like, so some people like don't like this. I mean, yeah, some people prefer visual aesthetics over gameplay, and I'm like, I don't see how. So like,
But that's what I'm saying. Blood Rage has
okay, Blood Rage-
gameplay
Blood Rage is
and visual.
I'm trying to think what's on the shelf. I know there's a game out there that I've played, and I've gone, this looks like good quality components, but it's garbage. I can't remember what it is.
Fallout.
No, actually, I like Fallout.
I hated that
Did
game.
ya?
Oh,
The
I
board
did
game?
not. Yep, I
It was
did not
alright.
like that game. Love the
It's-
video game, although
it's too-
Fallout 76 looks a bit.
The board game's a bit random. And don't get me wrong, but it's a good game to pass time and stuff. Yeah.
There's other games I would play before Fallout. Again.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Yeah, there's hundreds of games I played before Fallout, like by far. I know what it is. I got a game, Battle Show Arena from Kickstarter. All the components look good. They're good quality, most of them. The miniatures looked like they were good in the picture, but when they arrived, the miniatures looked rough. The gameplay was dull at best. Yeah, that was one of them. And I'm just like, meh.
I find it difficult how some games get made.
I do look and go like, at what point did someone go, this is an amazing game, let's publish this? And you're like, why have you not been shot?
But then I wonder that about movies and video games. And
these games are like the U-ball of the movies. Somebody loves them. Someone loves them somewhere, but I bloody don't. So, but yeah, so no, I just was thinking about it because obviously we're gonna play Hide the Pickle. Damn it! Find the Pickle.
We ain't playing Hide the Pickle in here.
We're all playing Hide the Pickle. We're gonna play Find the Pickle on Monday and see what that's like. So, it's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be it's been one of those weeks. A 24-hour board game did knock it out of us.
Yeah.
I've got what have I got to? I got a Kickstarter through the other day. I got the Star Realms Frontiers. That came through, which is pretty cool.
What, the Star Realms, the little card game?
The newest version, the new standalone expansion version.
Yeah.
So I've got that. I also got a copy of. Nope, it's gone. Crikey, I really should pay attention to what I'm doing sometimes. I got other games to do, so I just got to sit and play games. And
we're still to play Azul.
Oh yeah, it's still sitting through there.
Which you brought out and tempted me with it behind the counter. But
well, actually, we'll crack it open today. We will play that today. Or I might not get a chance to play it, but you could definitely play it and tell me how it plays. Because I bought it for me and the wife about 2 months ago, and that's just shows how much time I've had to sit and play board games. 24 hour, in fact, 24-hour charity thing, plus that one time we played Blood Rage and Gloomhaven. That was really it. I mean, we've had 2 Friday nights where we've played board games, and we've had the 24 hour. Yes,
you're gonna have to make more time to play games.
I really am. I'm hoping as things come together, I get more time. Because we played. That's a good point. I should probably mention we played Gloomhaven.
Yeah, Gloomhaven,
as I should say. I haven't seen the legacy aspect of it yet, and that's interesting.
I think. Well, we've only played it the once.
We've only played through the first main sort of mission, but even like, okay, I appreciate Ryan when the card said rip the card up. Ryan was cheeky and slid it.
Well, he collected the sticker pack to reusable stickers, so you can keep the game pristine and play it again. But I think there'll be more of the legacy aspect will come through more playthroughs. Yeah, because that's becoming quite. Because at the moment you've got legacy games where they're in thing now. They're slowly coming to an end. A wee bit. They're not as predominant as I noticed, but there are still people doing it because obviously the newest thing Fantasy Flight are trying to push are unique or randomized unique trading card game that's due out next month called Keyforge, and supposedly every deck you buy will have a different name and a different setup, which I don't understand, which is a bit of a strange one. Now, aren't there enough trading card games out there? Oh, there are enough. I mean, for example, there's just been the Transformers trading card game released. Which it's, in my opinion, it looks like it could be good, but I think it's going to have the same problem every other trading card game has at this time. Okay, so Keyforge trading card game is probably the wrong word for Keyforge, because once you buy the core deck, and the core deck is. That's it. That's your deck. That deck cannot be then integrated to another deck. It can't be changed. You can't swap cards in and out. It's not even a living card game. It's just a one-shot deck? Sort of, because like you just buy the deck. The decks are $9.99 retail. You buy a deck. All the decks are different.
Every deck you ever buy or every deck you ever see should be unique and unique and not the same as another. And I just don't understand. That's going to cost them a fortune of printing and design, and I can't understand how they've done it. I'm hoping when I get my hands on it, it's going to.
Well, I imagine that they'll probably release just maybe 4 decks initially, something like that.
Well, it can't be 4 decks because like you buy a deck and I buy a deck. Yeah. They're totally different. Uh-huh. Right, so we get in store, we get a display of 12 decks, example, right? You buy one, I buy one, Layla buys one, Kara buys one. Not one of them will be the same in that entire box, right? So I've only bought 12, right? You imagine
are some of the cards the same?
No, apparently everything's supposed to be unique. Oh. I don't understand how it's doing it. Like the artwork's different and stuff like that. The way it plays is different.
How can they possibly do
that? This is what's getting to me because I can't.
Surely you can. That sounds wrong. Then
there's got to be duplicates somewhere.
Because if they're going to sell that worldwide.
Exactly. Well, that's where I was going to. Right, you've got us in Inverness, right? We're one. The next door does Aberdeen, Perth, Glasgow, and Edinburgh. Now, Perth and Glasgow have 4 to 5 stores each. There's 3 in Aberdeen. There's 1 in Perth. So that's us. 3 in Aberdeen is 4 plus Perth 5 plus say 5 in Glasgow, 5 in Edinburgh. That's 15 stores straight up, right? They all buy 24 decks. I'm not going to do 15 times 24 because I can't math that fast, but that's a lot of variations. Then you go for the rest of the UK. Say there's, example, 300 stores in the UK, right? Board game stores. I'm not sure if there's that many, but they all buy 24 each. That's 300 times 24. Then you expand them. Like, that's the exponential expectation of the number of cards that need to be produced and unique. Mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. They also have got the same thing. They've got a board game coming out called Discover Lands Unknown. Now, this is driving me insane. Their wee thing is Survive the Wilderness and Discover Lands Unknown, a unique game designed by Corey Koniziak.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
No, I know the name.
Yeah.
He designs a lot of the Fantasy Flight.
Yeah, it won't zoom. My phone's a pain in the ass. But yeah, so basically, hang on, here we go. We'll push the zoom button. I've got it here. We're just reading off the wee thing. Knizika. When 1 to 4 players finds themselves marooned in a harsh wilderness, you must cooperate and complete 2 searches for water, food, and tools so you can survive, basically. Now, the thing is, they're saying this is another unique board game, so every board game should be different. But
I think you're not picking this up right, because that's
it's
just
crazy. It's crazy.
It's not something that you could do.
Well, apparently that's how they're publishing it. Publicizing it as they're like they're saying if you buy a copy and I buy a copy, they won't be the same. Now, all I can think is
but maybe it's just various combinations of stuff in them.
Oh, you mean they've got like maybe 100 combinations and they just mix it up?
Because as soon as you start, I mean, you know what it's like with a combination padlock.
There's three numbers. Yeah,
there's tons of different combinations.
Okay.
It's maybe like that.
It's been driving me up the wall, and I'm like, I need to see these things to understand. Because I'm like, all it does, it sounds to me, is that's a legacy game because it's going to be your quotation marks unique version. So yeah, that's one of those things that's been irking me recently. And badly art good play games. I'm kind of like
badly art good play games.
That's my best English. That is some quality English I came out with. Games that play really well but look aesthetically
loosely English.
Poor. Yeah, games that play well that are aesthetically poor, and also this unique thing. I just want to be able to just pick up a board game and go, cool. I don't like this whole it looks crap but play
gimmicks. I don't like.
It's starting to annoy me now. It feels like they're trying to level themselves up. So I can understand why. Business sense, it makes sense to stand out from the crowd, but at the same time,
yeah. But then, is a gimmick going to last you? Everybody's like, oh, that's cool. Oh, 2 weeks later, nothing.
Example, there are trading card games that have come and gone because, as they're known as flash in the pan. Boof, they're there, people are like, way, splash their cash, and then they're like, boo, you know what I mean? And it's just gone. And then those companies just die off. And like, do
you ever hear about Dice Masters anymore?
I personally don't. Up here, it's dead. Like, I mean, even other places, it's petering off. Some places are still pretty well with it, but it just, there's just so many games that come and go. The thing, at least with a board game, is it comes, it stays, and it's there, you know what I mean? It may not get overly produced, it may become rare, but like with card games, it's how aggressive they are. That's why I'm confused with this Keyforge.
See, I tried Magic, and I wasn't really into it. I played it for a while, but yeah, board games are where it's at for me.
I always find when people ask me if I could choose to play either card games or board games, what I'd say, and I'm like, for value for money, always board games, because you spend your £50, you've got a board game that you can play. I mean, if it's crap, then, well, you should have done your research, you know what I mean?
Wow.
But if it's good, you can play it over and over and over and over. Whereas if you get card games, depending on how you want to go with the card game, even casually, you'll get bored and then you have to spend more money to mix it up.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of money you pay for all these releases for Magic and such is...
Wizards of the Coast is the worst for it at the moment. They literally have something every month coming out, and what they don't understand is your average player isn't a money back. You know what I mean?
But are they not going to reach a point where people are like, I've had enough?
So globally, it's reaching that point already. To the point where they've actually made a deal with Amazon to sell directly with Amazon, which is a bit of a shocker. But like they've almost saturated their own market, and players are like, why bother? Because I buy all this, and a month or two down the line, I've got to go and spend more money to buy it again, and then a month or two, and they're just like, it feels almost like burning money. So
Yeah.
it's a bit of a, and they're getting a lot of stickle from it. So that's my opinion, though. I'm kind of getting as a store owner and a player. These are things that are starting to bug me over time. Like, let's try unique games, and like the thing is, you buy it in, won't it sell? If someone gets a different game than the other, oh, his game was better than mine. Like, well, I'm sorry, but that's not my problem. That's how they publish it. Keyforge, you're gonna have 20 decks in the store, and then you're gonna go, let's do a competition, and someone's like, oh, but he got the most powerful deck out of the box. I'm like, well, I can't control that.
Surely though, they would. Surely though, these games are going to be balanced somehow.
Nope.
Surely.
Nope. I've heard early whisperings that there are some decks that are broken and really good, and some decks that are just absolute garbage.
So what?
Exactly. So how? And then obviously, so that's going to create a disgruntled customer base who leaves it. Again, with Magic, they're just saturating the market, so people are leaving. So the market is ever changing, and I believe board games that are just board games, Waterdeep, sadly Catan, I hate Catan so much, Blood Rage, Arcadia Quest, Twilight Imperium, those games are going to stay and they're going to hold because they're there, and you know what they are. They're what they say on the box, and they're not like, try this gimmick, have this gimmick, have this gimmick. They're like, it just makes sense, and I'm at the point where I want the market just to knock it off.
You're going to have that kind of stuff going on all the time, aren't you?
Yeah.
As soon as something becomes popular, everybody else tries to copy it. You get so many clones, you get so many then new ideas based on those games, and yeah, it just becomes.
Legacy. Look at Legacy. It came out. What was the first Legacy game? Is it Seafall?
The first Legacy game, Risk Legacy.
No, was it not? Is Seafall not before that, or did Seafall?
No, Seafall came out like you had Risk Legacy, then you had Pandemic Legacy, and then you had Seafall after that.
Really? That okay?
Yeah. All designed by Rob Davio.
But as you see, Legacy came out, and oh, look at that! Everyone jumped on the Legacy bandwagon. So you had Legacy. Now, I personally can't. I struggle to get. I don't like the Legacy theme. I really detest it, but I don't like damaging or destroying or ruining. If you could play it, and it's that creates a unique experience, you then play through that same unique experience, that's fine, because then it becomes your own board game effectively. That is unique to me. But everyone did Legacy. Now everyone's Fantasy Flight, like, let's do this unique thing. Everyone's going to do it. It's gonna. You wait till you give it a year, and this market will be saturated with quotation unique games, and it's going to drive me up the wall. So yeah, I like your stable. I like your just buy a game, play it.
Yeah.
Or Gloomhaven, have the resealable stickers. You know,
we're simple boys.
Yeah, just like
we like simple things.
Don't make it difficult. You're just gonna annoy me. Yeah. So that's my rant. I know.
That's
20-minute rant about board games. That's fine. Get out there to the world.
Yeah.
So
I like a rant.
Yeah.
Usually I like to be the one ranting, but I like listening to a rant.
I love nothing more than a complain. Complain makes me so happy. That's why I said to somebody the other day, I only had kids so I could complain. No, I didn't have kids because they're crazy.
I think you had kids so that you could see your wife complain, and then you would giggle in the background.
Yeah, honestly, they're beautiful. I got a couple of stories to tell you after the podcast, but yeah. So now, that's my board game rant. What else is new with life? TV wise, you been watching much? Oh, yes. Have you watched all Big Mouth yet?
Yeah, I've finished Big Mouth season 2.
I've been getting people have been telling me about it, reviews, and it's weird. It's definitely, it keeps stepping up below. It's
a little bit weird.
Yeah, I like it.
We got Layla starting to watch it.
Nice. Good.
She hates the artwork in it.
She don't like artwork?
No, she hates the
Really?
artwork. She hates the look of it.
It's animated.
But she likes the cartoon.
It's funny. Oh, it's good. I started watching Man in the High Castle and Prime.
Oh yeah. I think Layla watches that. I've never seen it.
It's serious. Like, you can't just. It's not like, like your average. Say for example, Daredevil or something. You can watch an episode, or you cannot watch an episode.
Yeah, it's a bit fluffy, superhero.
With this, you're kind of like, whoa, this is.
Yeah, I mean, it's based on Nazis, and it's Nazis if they won the war.
So if Nazis took one side of America and the Japanese had the other side of America, and it's pretty cool.
Now that's Philip K. Dick.
No, not too
story,
sure.
Is it?
Don't know. I'm not that smart. But yeah, no.
You're pretty smart.
I'm smart in I'm street smarts. I'm not academic smarts.
That's not really academic smarts.
What's that?
It's just knowing who wrote it.
I would say that about academics, because you've learned that over school and stuff like that. Whereas I know how to shiv somebody, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't, just so we're clear. But yeah, what else is there?
Shiv someone with your pickle.
Hey, had my pickle. Shiv. No, I've been rewatching Scrubs again. That's a weird one.
Rewatching Scrubs?
Yeah, from season 1 all the way through.
Really?
I don't know why. It's just me and the wife would just chilling watching that. I was going to start. I started watching Luke Cage season 2, and I'm 2 episodes in, and they've cancelled it. So I'm kind of like, do I bother?
Well, I don't know. Is it any good? I haven't watched any Luke Cage.
The first season was alright. I mean, okay, I say it's alright. I find all the Marvel's TV series so far have got this episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. Oh, here's episode 4. This is the bad guy. He's the bad guy. She's the bad guy. And you're like, cool. And like, this is their power. And like, cool. So what we're going to do is for the next 6 episodes, you're going to watch as we try, quotation marks again, to figure out what's going on. And you're like, no. I know what's going on. I know how to do it. You can do this in 2 episodes. And they stretch over 6 or 7 episodes. And you're just like, get to the point. You know what I mean? Almost like a waste.
Yeah. So I watched 1.5 series of Daredevil.
Well, that's a weird thing. People don't seem to get through season 2. I liked season 2. It was good.
Well, initially I didn't get through season 1. I had to go back and watch it again. And I watched the Jessica Jones series. I haven't watched any of the other ones.
I wouldn't even bother with Iron Fist. Like, I'd rather literally just lick car
I
batteries.
have heard it's bad.
Like, just, nah.
But, I mean, I like Jessica Jones. I thought it was a really great series. But what I don't like about those series is the fact that it is like one just overarching story.
See, I don't even mind that.
Because...
Oh, you mean in the you mean Jessica Jones is the Purple Man? Or do you mean over all of them, they're the big overarching?
Yes, like, the series is just one arc rather than, like, you know, some things, like, say if you watch Star Trek and each episode's like its own thing, really.
It's got an overarching story, but each individual episode is individual to itself.
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah. So you're basically saying it could be, rather than be a TV series, it could just be like a TV movie.
Yeah.
And that way they cut out a lot of the crap. Because, I mean, a lot of people like Jessica Jones. I find it a bit slow and dry. I felt that could have been done in 3.
See, I like Kristen Ritter and David Tennant.
But don't get me wrong, I like the actors, but
so I thought I really enjoyed watching
I
it.
feel the writing could be the problem. Maybe, I don't know, but it just felt a bit dry for me. It felt like, get to the point. Just, I'm like,
do you know what I find about these series? I find that sometimes they don't have enough humour in them.
I guess, I don't know.
And I think that's where the DC movies fail, because they're trying
to be funny.
Well, they're not trying to be funny. They're trying to be deadly serious.
Oh no, the DC movies. You mean Marvel movies or DC?
No, the DC movies.
DC
that's why
movies
they don't
think
work.
they're hilarious. If you watched Justice League,
no,
every third thing's a bloody joke in that
Is
movie.
it?
Oh, it's god awful.
See, I thought the Marvel movies have a good bit of humour in them.
Marvel done all right. Some of them are really well done. Some of them feel like the jokes are forced a wee bit, but they still have a good balance of seriousness in the movie.
I'd say the Marvel movies have more hits than misses.
Yes, oh definitely. But if you watch,
DC has more misses than hits.
Justice League looks like to me, I would put it as like a stand-up comedy club in a pub somewhere.
There's no way I'm going to watch Justice League.
You have to though. You have to watch it to get that experience of complete and utter. Like, I'm glad that it's fallen apart. I'd be honest.
Why do I have to watch it?
Because I said so. That's why.
Right. So I went to the cinema and watched Batman vs Superman when
Felt
it
like
came
blowing
out.
your brains out at the end.
Oh, seriously? How many dream sequences do you need in a movie?
Oh, it's garbage.
Right, and then I heard that they digitally removed
his mustache,
mustache, and put in a potato or something instead.
What?
It looked like it was a potato instead of a mustache. It looked so stupid. So I was like, yeah, I'm out.
But like, it's just like they're trying to be so funny. I guess if you watch them, they're super funny. Marvel movies have got that mix of funny and thingy. DC there. So this is a conversation I've been having all week. Marvel have got good movies. Their animation's average. DC have got hellish movies.
Hellish.
Is that the right word? They're just
awful. Terrible.
Set them on fire. Give them away. Like whatever. But
Wonder Woman was quite good. I enjoyed Wonder Woman.
But their animations, DC animation movies, are really top quality. Like the good voice.
They've always been top quality for years and years.
So their animation movies are what their movies should be, and so there's a good mix of comedy in them. Whereas their movie doesn't. Marvel has a good mix of comedy in their movies, but yeah, the TV series are, as you say, get back to because we've gone off a tangent here, are very, I could see your point now. They're very level. They're not like, let's have a joke. Like there are subtle jokes, They're here and there.
No, I mean, there are here and there, but
not like a good, oh, that was quite funny sort of thing.
See, things that have, things that I enjoy, you need the juxtaposition of levity and darkness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You do
because
need like a
one
lighter
shows
episode.
the other.
Yeah. A lot of things have like that lighter episode in amongst them.
If it's just complete darkness, you're like, I don't want to watch this.
Get me the
But
rope, I'm done.
see if it's fun, and then you have that, sudden stab of darkness.
Yeah.
It just you feel it more.
Yeah, definitely. I mean that makes sense now that you think back on it. But with Daredevil, I want that darkness. I just want that to be. I like the Daredevil TV series. I don't want jokes. I want it serious, gritty, pure. Because like he's fighting dark. Same with the Punisher. I don't want any jokes in the Punisher. I just want pure grit. I want but like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage.
See, I think if it's just pure darkness all the way through, it's a slog. It's hard work.
But that's what I've liked about them too. Whereas like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage and Iron Fist, they could have been lighter. Like Iron Fist. Oh, sorry, I said Luke Cage, didn't I?
What?
Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. Iron Fist was so serious. Like,
really?
Oh, it was like it's like being at a funeral. Like, it was horrible. Like, I was pressing play for the next episode. I'm like, when's this gonna end? Like, I just want to go and get drunk. You know what I mean? So So yeah.
See, I'm not familiar with the character of Iron Fist. The actor didn't do anything for me.
I know mostly from the animations, but in the animations he's quite funny and light-hearted. You know what I mean? I believe he's the same in the comics, but. And
then I heard the reviews, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to spend time watching this.
Yeah, I like to
there's so many better things out there.
I'm glad that one got cancelled. But yeah, so as I said, the original point was I started it and I'm not sure where to finish it, so I've got that. And I'm also looking at, I don't know, have you started watching Haunting of Hill House?
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I've watched a couple of episodes.
Okay, because Tyson said he's practically near the end. He said it's not like, oh my god, I need to sleep the lights on, but he says there's a few times he went,
yeah. So, it's I've seen the original. It's based on a book,
right, okay.
But the book's been adapted for the cinema a couple of times.
Right.
Once from the 60s, an old black and white movie, and I had the pleasure of seeing it in the cinema.
Right.
And it was
put the
pretty scary.
Yeah.
A couple of scary moments in that movie, but it's more about an investigation. The series takes an awful lot of liberties and is very different from the original source material. But no, I've been enjoying it.
I watched the trailer last night, but I was on my own in the house at 1 o'clock. Well, the kids were in bed and the wife was out at like 12, 1 o'clock, and I was like, I'm a Jesse. I'm scared of the dark. Like,
it's not.
So like,
it's not out and out scary.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna watch that. The wife won't watch it with me. She won't watch anything scary. So that's
see, Layla and I that's pretty much
horror
most of what we watch.
Yeah.
The new chilling adventures of Sabrina is out.
Yes. So
I used to love Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah. So this is the thing. I keep forgetting that there's the Sabrina Teenage Witch, and this is like almost like the Netflix remake. It's dark though. Apparently, it's pretty. It's how apparently so. One of my customers said that original Sabrina Teenage Witch was going to be dark, but then they realised that they would never get away with putting it on.
Well, it was on Nickelodeon. It was Jessica Joan Hart. Is it Jessica Joan Hart?
Melissa Flockhart. No,
Melissa Joan Hart.
Yeah. I keep getting it because she used to play.
I'm thinking of Jessica Jones.
She used to play Clarissa Flockhart.
Clarissa explains it all.
Yeah, so I get confused what's her real name anyway. Apparently it was gonna be a bit darker originally, but they couldn't because it was on Kids TV, so they had to make it lighter. And this is how they really wanted it to be.
Oh yeah, I mean it was like a sitcom back in the day. But this looks like it'll be quite creepy,
quite fun as well. It looks like it's gonna be. Do you know what? It looks like what you're on about. It's going to be light-hearted and dark.
Yeah.
It's going to be that good mix of the two.
Yeah.
That's.
No, I'm looking forward to seeing a bit of that.
Give that a blast. So did I tell you I watched Preacher?
No.
You've been telling me to watch Preacher, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched episode 1 a while back. I went,
Yeah.
I came back to it recently and I put it on Prime and I powered through the season. I was like, some bits weren't getting right. There was this lassie and she's alive, but she's speaking to God. I'm like, I'm not quite sure what's going on here. And it seemed like I was missing something. Well, did I not start on season bloody 3 and miss out season 1 and 2? So I was like,
how much of it have you watched?
I've watched all season 3 because I got about 3/4 of the way through before I realised I'm watching season 3 because Amazon Prime doesn't put you to season 1; it puts you to the latest season. So I just went, cool, play. But I think because we share Prime with the wife's brother, he'd obviously watched through it, and the first 2 episodes of season 3 had been watched. I was like, oh, that must be where I got back to, but I'll go back to the start and watch it again. And like, so.
And you didn't recognise it was completely different?
Well, I didn't think it, because I can't remember what I watched. I'm very good at forgetting things, so it's handy.
I love Preacher.
So I watched it, and I was like, this is really weird. And I'm like, I've not seen him use his voice and stuff, so why have they taken it? Did I miss something? Did he get taken in episode 1?
Spoilers, by the way.
Oh, sure, yeah, spoilers. But yeah, did he get taken in episode 1? Did it was episode 2? And I'm confused. So I powered through it, and I was like, but it was still good. I enjoyed it.
Go back and watch it from the start.
I'm gonna, but
and then rewatch.
Yeah, I'm going to, but I'm also at the same time I'm in that mix. Do I want to? Because I already know what's gonna happen. But
no. Go back and watch it from the start.
So yeah, I've watched all of season 3, but don't get me wrong, it's good. I like it. Especially seeing him use his voice is pretty cool. And what's his name, Mr. Star.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
I think he's one of the main characters. He's like one of my happy characters.
But he doesn't come. He's not in it from the start though. But he comes in it later.
But he's good. Like
I love Cassidy.
Cassidy's the
vampire.
Oh yeah, he's cool as well. I prefer Mr. Star. He's my favourite in it so far. Cassidy's another good one. And I like the redneck fella. The dim one, not the strong one.
Oh, TJ.
Yeah, TJ. I like him. So yeah. So that was an interesting thing. But
I like this the Spirit Killers. Big cowboy dude.
Oh, the bad guy.
What's he?
I don't actually know.
Big cowboy from hell.
I can't remember, but he just came out like he was random.
Spirit Killers? No.
I don't know.
Saint Killers. Saint Killers.
Because he just came out like he was.
Sorry, it's early in the morning.
Because he got introduced, and like when I seen the devil the first time, I was like, oh my god, they just nonchalantly threw the devil. But I get the funny feeling he might have been in season 1 or 2.
No,
he's not.
No.
So they just nonchalantly throw him in there like it's nothing.
Well, it makes more sense if you've seen
1 and 2.
Well, the last series specifically.
Because I was just watching, and then there's the devil, mate.
Because it's not the first time they've been in hell.
And you meet Hitler in 1 and 2.
And
Hilder.
2.
Oh, he's in 2. Cool. So that was weird.
Hitler.
It's Hilter. If you actually.
Well, that's because his name badge is, but he's Hitler.
Yeah. But it's quite funny. So
again, sorry for the spoilers.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's so yeah. I've watched season 3.
See, I've spent this last week just playing video games.
Yes.
Just try to get platinums.
On specifically?
Playing through Uncharted again.
Oh god.
I don't like Uncharted.
I played it, but it felt like a poor man's Tomb Raider.
See, I hate Tomb Raider.
Yeah, but
I love the original Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Anything after that is, and they get worse as they go along.
Yeah, like
what else? Fractured Butthole, South Park.
Yeah, I've got that. I need to play that again.
Brilliant.
And because obviously the new season's out, so I need to watch that.
Yeah.
I'm so behind.
But what I did watch, what did I power through this last week? Somewhere between. It's a limited series on Netflix, and it's the biggest pile of dirt I've ever watched.
Cool, so I'll watch that.
I watched it because it had it's like a 10-episode thing, and it's about a woman whose daughter gets kidnapped, and she somehow goes back in time.
Yes, I watched the trailer for this.
Right.
It's weird.
Right.
She gets rescued by a guy in the water.
Yes.
Clearly he's gone back in time too.
Yes, the two of them have gone back in time.
Let's figure it out.
Right?
It's like a shit Scooby-Doo episode.
But nowhere in this entire series do they have any other reference to them going back in time.
Oh, so that's it.
They go back in time for about a week or something, right? They know a couple of things that are going to happen. It doesn't even really help them that much. They're like, we know it's going to happen, so we better... But it still happens anyway. But now they're investigating it, so they're...
But then
it's so bad. And the ending, it's just like, So do yourself a favour and do not watch Somewhere Between.
Do you know what? I looked at it, I was like, this looks weird and interesting. I'm glad I didn't.
I mean, yeah, because it's like, because I love a time travel thing. I'm like, they go back in time. What's this all about?
No.
It's like just something that it's like it started raining. Oh shit, we've gone back in time.
The thing is, the trailer shows the lassie jumping in the water, basically trying to kill herself, and then the dude, dude's getting basically murdered by what looks like gangsters to get bricks. But they're so close to each other, they can get to each other very quick. So I'm like,
so
at no point does she go, there's some gangsters murdering a guy, and the gangster go, that bird's trying to kill herself.
So the woman's daughter has been kidnapped, and they find her body in the war. right? But there's also this other fella who's like a private detective, an ex-cop.
Oh, okay.
Now, he sleeps with one of his clients whose husband is...
A mobster.
Yeah, but he's like Indian mafia or something.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. But he gets caught. So at the same time, she's filling her pockets with rocks about 10 feet away.
That's what I thought. I was like, and at no point did they go like, all right.
Yeah, it's like you see one thing happening, and then the camera just tilts slightly and focuses a little bit. And they're about 10 feet away from each other. And she's filling her pockets with rocks. She's like, I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. I'm jumping in the water. Ah, we can be together.
And clearly as well, because I've seen the trailer, he swims to her, so they've obviously not tied that rope very well. They're not very good gangsters.
Right. So she's in, and she's like, oh, I'm going to die. And he's struggling like hell to get out. And he does. And I think he's... No. So he swims across there. Even though underwater, you're just going to be like, crap.
The water's not going to be that clear as well.
Yeah.
And when he's getting tied up, if he's not noticed her going
you just want to get out.
Up air.
So he's like, no, I'll save you. And then
somehow they go back in time.
Aye. And initially, she gets back home, and it's her birthday again, because it's been her birthday. Yeah. So she's like, her little kid's there, and she's like, oh, she's soaking wet, and she comes in, she's like, oh, baby, you're alive. And the rest of them are like, all right.
And no one questions that she's drenched or
pocket
of rocks.
It's just like a throwaway thing. They're like, yeah, you all right?
So don't watch that then.
Yeah, don't know.
Cool, excellent. I'm out of that then.
Incredible. Cool. Anyway, I think we've
rabbled on for a good hour now, and that should fill your ears for a wee while.
We better go and let Karen, because he's probably chomping at the bit.
Door.
Yeah.
Get going. The usual things to say is thanks very much for listening. One thing to note is we now have a Patreon live. If you'd like to sponsor us, I set that up over the week. Ooh. I had some time, so I set up Patreon. If you want to support us, it helps pay for our subscription services and our equipment, and also pay for our time and travel.
Do you know what we could buy with that?
New microphone,
foam,
some proper sounding,
foam stuff,
nice thing. So
so please support us on Patreon.
And what else to say is thank you very much. Check us out at Facebook.
Where can we find
Twitter.
the Patreon?
In the link below, there will be all the descriptions.
Okay, cool.
There'll be our Facebook, our Twitter, our podcast, our YouTube, and now our Patreon. So
nice.
Thanks very much. I'm Jason saying cheerio, good night, good evening, good morning, or wherever you are.
I'm Breck. I'm going to go to the toilet and get myself a coffee.
Want to give a little outgo with the song again?
Goodbye, we've enjoyed your time together with us. Join us again in the future, we'll have some fun.